Hello people! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a quick way to easily and instantly balance dynamic vocals and other sounds. So let's get into it.
My wonderful plugin VST You're so wonderful to me.
So today's video is going to be part of a series of plugins that I release made in Patcher, and this first plugin is called Smart Balance. It works somewhat similarly to a compressor, probably more like a ducker. It's just very quick and handy to use, so you don't have to mess about. You just throw it on your channel, quickly make your settings, and you're good to go. The way that this plugin works, it has a copy of the original signal used as a sidechain. You turn the threshold, and all the signal that sits below the threshold will be unaffected. And the sidechain only sends a signal of the information above the threshold to affect the original signal. So I'll go over the interface and explain how it works, and then I'll demonstrate it in action. So first, in the top right corner, we've got the bypass button. This is helpful because you don't need to go out of the plugin to bypass. This wheel is the threshold. So to start, you'll turn the threshold down, and each small ruler step counts as taking away 1 decibel. Each big ruler step is minusing 10 decibels every time, so it can go as far down as to minus 40 decibels. And then if for some reason you're using audio which requires you to go even lower than that, you can just turn up the input, which is here. If you find any moments where there's odd jumps in the level, you might want to just mess around with the threshold a little bit. This wheel here is the balance, so the effect won't be active until the threshold has been turned down to the desired level, and then everything above the threshold is what's going to go through to affect the signal as the balance is turned up. So the further you turn up the balance, the more the original signal is going to get ducked down. Over in the bottom left hand corner, you've got the attack wheel. Turning up the attack wheel will leave a slight delay before the plugin takes effect. So this can be useful if you want to just let them transients cut through, but the majority of the time you may just want to have it set to default. And then over on the right side is the release, which determines how long it takes for the signal ducking to return back to the original volume. Then over here on the left, you've got the input wheel, and over here on the right, you've got the output wheel. It's pretty much as simple as that. Simple but effective. What I like to do is go into the map, and you'll find a dB meter just at the end of all the wiring. So if you double click that, or you can just hold Alt and click, which also enables you to have more than one plugin open at once. If I double clicked here, it'd swap to this one, whereas if I hold Alt and click, it'll have more than one open. Just means you can click it quicker really without double clicking. It's good to have that open on the side, and then you can see the exact settings that you may want to set the threshold to, and how you'll want to set the output to match the original level. And another reason I like this dB meter, you can right click, so it literally just resets the dB measurement straight away. So that's really helpful, you don't have to waste time for it to lower back down to get another reading. Another good thing about this plugin is I never liked the idea of having to always throw on a dB meter before the effect and after the effect, just taking up space on the chain. So what I've done is I've made it so the bypass button doesn't actually turn the dB meter off, it simply bypasses the effect of the plugin. So I can still read the before of the audio on the dB meter and then turn it back on to compare it to how it sounds after and make the correct adjustments to match the level. Alright, so let's put it to the test. I'll record my voice and we'll do a test on that, and we'll test it on the master channel on a track. This is a Patcher plugin test. Testing for rebalancing by Smart Balance. Da, 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 da. Wonderful. Alright, let's balance it. So the lowest point of the volume is here, so we'll just go over that. Open the dB meter, balance. So that peaks at around minus 13.7, so we'll call it minus 14 dB. So that's where we'll set the threshold, so 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have a listen to where the highest peak is. Maybe we'll just leave that bit, it's a bit over the top really. We'll go over here, this area we're focusing on, we'll see how it sounds on here after. This is a Patcher plugin test. So that peaks at around minus 6, so we'll keep that in mind as that's where we're going to want the overall volume to sit around. Alright, so let's turn up the balance. This is a Patcher plugin test. Testing for rebalancing. This is a Patcher. So you can see now that it's peaking at around. This is a Patcher. Oh, yeah, minus 14. Okay. Well, that was quick enough. Well, we'll just turn it up to minus 6. This is a Patcher plugin test. This is a Patcher. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so before. This is a Patcher plugin test. Testing for rebalancing by Smart Balance. This is a Patcher plugin test. Testing for rebalancing by Smart Balance. So yeah, it's definitely made a difference. We'll crank up the balance so you can see how it sounds. This is a Patcher plugin test. So it's literally just cutting out anything that's above the threshold, because this is basically just telling the signal to just cut down as low as possible. You could just start from here and work your way backwards. Alright, so that's it on some vocals. Oh, let's just hear this last bit. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that was definitely an emphasized dip in volume there. I mean, if you really wanted that to sound normal, you just change it in the settings. And if you find it necessary, you can always layer another smart balance on top of the other one, just to get some really precise settings. Alright, now let's test it on master channel of a beat. First, let's make a quick beat. Yeah. Yeah. Walking down the street. I got cold feet, no socks on. B-Tech Dr. Dre in 2 seconds. There can't be a single grime producer without this. This is classic. I was about to say and free, but let's just say I think everyone got it free. Pizzicato or pizzicato? Pizzicato. Are they even spelt right? Pizzicato, is that spelt right? No, it's not. Pizzicato. Who's Pizzicato? And what have you done with pizzicato? Yeah, I'm just doing this for flipping demonstration. I'm not making nothing crazy. Alright, bass and then done. Actually, this is all you're getting. A 4-bar loop. Terrible. Alright, so now we have our fantastic instrumental that all the artists are going to want to jump on, and it's going to be sold for 10,000. So if you want it, then you know where I'm at. Twitter, Instagram, links in description. Follow if you want to keep up to date. Purchase today. Anyway, let's see how it sounds when we add some smart balance. We'll try setting it to -18. See how that sounds. Obviously I'm just doing this quickly, just for demonstration purposes. And there's not really a lot to it. So yeah, that's smart balance. So there'll be a link in the description below to download for free. If you found this video useful or helpful in any way, then drop a like. And to keep up to date with future releases of Patcher plugins, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when I next upload a video.